Hey gang, Jake here. There's tons of Nickelodeon content that would absolutely be appreciated in a game like NASB, but sometimes it's the hidden gems that make for the coolest appearances. Which is why I want to ask you guys, have you ever heard of Glitch Techs? If you haven't, I'm not entirely surprised. It's a show that Nick produced and then handed off to Netflix for reasons we don't really have proper answers to. It's a real shame, because Netflix didn't advertise it nearly enough, and it would have made for a fantastic addition to Nick's broadcast lineup. The series is kinda in limbo right now, but there's potential for more, and I'd love to see it. Getting a character in a game like NASB could bring attention to the series, and that'd be fantastic to see. I think it's a little less likely to see than some other shows, since although it is still produced and branded under the Nickelodeon name, it is fully broadcast on Netflix. But the protagonist, Miko, has tons of potential. I think the fact that she's got enough material for a moveset in just 19 episodes says a lot, and I want to talk about it. So let's get into it. Timeout. So, fair warning, I want to say something lightly important. I'm using a ton of footage in this video, and some of it comes from the later half of Season 2 in the show. I'm not going to go too much into detail story-wise, but there will be some visual spoilers. I personally don't think going in blind is very important to enjoying the show, but if that's how you enjoy things, and you really should go watch this, you may want to pause this and go watch the show. It's only 19 episodes long right now, it won't take long, go check it out, it's worth your time. Time in. So Miko's easily the best pick for the rep. She's got the most moveset potential, and she's the most iconic character. She's generally an athletic character, but she's not insanely fast unless she's using upgrades, so I think a medium speed and weight would be best, around Roy's specs for perspective. The main goal of her playstyle would be to rile up her opponents and then exploit their mistakes with powerful attacks, while keeping a consistent grip on her own stage presence. As for the moves, let's start with the specials. I think the best neutral special would be a simple blast from the Glitch Tech's Gauntlet. It's the standard most attack, and it's what Miko uses most often, so leaving it out would be weird. It'd function like Mii Gunner's neutral special, with a small blast with low damage and stun, but great speed and end lag. As for the side special, I want to go with Mind Wipe. In Glitch Techs, this is used to prevent civilians from remembering glitch attacks. In NASB, it'd be a fairly wide hitbox that causes the opponent to be stunned while their brain resets. During that time, they'd be totally vulnerable to attack, but the frame data would be pathetic, so you'd have to time it just right. The up special would be this Killer Bee style flash kick that's apparently strong enough to fully dismantle an animatronic head. It'd be strong and fast, but the recovery would be pathetic. As for the down special, it'd be a counter of sorts, but not a traditional one. Miko would brace for an attack, and if the effect is triggered, she'd back away just in time and fire a kitten bubble, trapping the opponent. This bubble could be smacked around once or twice for some free damage, but if the opponent is at low percentage, they could mash out relatively easily. For the smash attacks, Miko will use her favorite and most consistent weapon, a hammer made of pure energy. The side smash will be a horizontal swing, the down smash will be an overhead swing, and the up smash will be an upward swing intended to send the victim sky high. For her forward tilt, she'd pull from this combo she uses while playing a weird hybrid dance fighting game, covering decent range with decent stun for relatively average speed. The up tilt would be an overhead kick she uses during a fighting game focused episode, and her down tilt would be her partner 5's sweep kick. The Nair would probably pull from Miko's more recent favorite weapon, dual broadswords, with a quick spin to keep opponents on edge. For the fair, Miko would use 2 rapid-fire kicks to extend her hitbox and create a solid edge-guarding tool. As for the back air, a more unified dropkick like the one we see her sister use could be really cool, especially if it's a lingering hitbox to produce some jank combos. The dare would be a classic dive kick, which has gotten pretty old in Smash, but it's too iconic to pass up. Lastly, the up air could draw from 5's spiral whirligig crane kick, which is not only one of the only melee moves they have access to that is named, it's also the only melee move to have a ridiculous name. For the throws, there's honestly not too much to draw from, so we'll have to borrow some more fighting game techniques. For the forward throw, Miko will pull the enemy close to deliver a fireball, blasting them away. For the back throw, it'll be a similar move, but instead of a Hadouken, Miko will smack the opponent with the double fist monkey punch. Okay, Nick's the only ridiculous name thing. Producing a different trajectory and a longer hurt box. The up throw will be a bog standard uppercut, Something classic, but nothing special. Lastly, the down throw is the only one that's actually a reference to a throw, with it being the last portion of Miko's Toad-style combo breaker. Fun fact, this move is not a combo breaker, and I have no idea why it's called that. The dash attack is a horizontal sword slash with a notably different sword than the one used in her other moves, and her jab is a forward punch stab thingy with the beam sword upgrade from episode 3. Her pummel would be the rest of the Toad-style combo breaker, with a JoJo-esque onslaught of blows. Lastly, we don't actually know if supers are going to be in this game, but if they are, her super would be Allie's powered-up form. It'd start with the bird bum-rushing the stage at Miko's point on the Y-axis, dashing across the stage before hacking up a powerful fireball at any opponents she hit. It'd be a powerful attack with a fast startup, but you'd have to nail it just right to reap the rewards. As for taunts, I think having Miko borrow some iconic victory animations and taunts from video games would be perfectly in character. For her up taunt, she'd turn around and tighten a virtual headband, in reference to Ryu from Street Fighter. For the side taunt, she'd spin the sword she uses in her dash attack in the air before sticking it in the ground, similar to Cloud's victory animation in Final Fantasy VII. And for her down taunt, she'd turn on her speed boost and do her best to recreate Sonic's super peel-out taunt, featured most prominently in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. For a glitch tech stage, I think the best pick would be the Hinobi Training Sim, which is a massive room that can spawn platforms for players to use at random, kinda like Wii Fit Studio. The cast of glitch techs is easily the show's best aspect, so I'd love to see some character cameos in here. I'd say the best picks are to either have 5, Miko's partner, or Bit, Hinobi's support AI, manning the simulator, and have Mitch, Zara, Phil, and whoever's not manning the simulator occasionally pop in to check on everything. Maybe even watch the fight play out. As for the music, the show's got a pretty great OST, but I'd love something that's kind of a mix of punk rock and techno instruments and aspects, like Marnie's theme in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Overall, I'd love to see Miko and Nazb, but I want to know what you guys want, so let me know in the comments. Again, I gotta recommend Glitch Techs. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on Netflix. It's a really fun watch for the amount of time it takes, and I really enjoyed it. Gotta give a massive thank you to Andres Rose Art on Twitter. He's a fantastic artist. He handled the thumbnail art for this video when I couldn't find a decent PNG of Miko, and he drew this art of me for the outro. His Twitter will be linked in the description, and his YouTube should be linked somewhere around here if I can figure out how cards work. Go check out his stuff and consider commissioning him if you need some great art done. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I know it's annoying to hear, but it really does help me gauge what kind of content is resonating with y'all. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.